what I'm doing. Just give me a sec. My whole screen. Let's get the show on the road. The US session is about to start. We've got about 12 minutes to go, maybe a bit less. So what I'm going to be doing is I am going to be focused specifically on US 30. I have been trading NASDAQ all day, taking it up, and I think that US 30, which is the Dow Jones, has an excellent opportunity to move towards the upside. Now, I don't know if you can see my screen. I'm just waiting for my community to confirm if you can see my screen. Let's see. So I'll just redo this again. So screen one, yep, you can see it. Super. Okay. Very good, very nice. Can see the comments. Actually, I'll move this over here so I can see if anyone's writing a comment. What I'm going to be doing is preparing the, how do I move this camera a bit smaller? There we go. There you go. Beautiful. So US 30, 1 hour chart. I've got a couple of trades running. They're all red right now. I did end the day or the session so far good. So we're risking some capital from the profits that were generated from the trades executed so far. I got WTI and gold longs. Gold is coming down, which might stop me out to with you, but not a problem. None at all. My charts to begin with for US 30, what I'm going to do is look for any key levels using fixed range volume. Specifically, what I'm doing is I'm taking the plays of price action. So this is the all-time high price created display over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab that top, drag it to the side. And once I do that, I get the fixed range volume parameter. So I think that this could be a decent support since we are above it and we're potentially building a flag here. There are two scenarios with this play right now. We could continue up and end where we ended on Friday, which is a strong bullish push. You can see this, the last hour of trading on Friday really had a strong breakout right there. So I think that there is a possibility of price moving up. We already retested this level once right here. As an overall, we could maybe even break the all-time high today. There is momentum. There has been momentum. Price has been moving towards the upside. We are the red at the open 0.45%, but that doesn't mean much. So I'm thinking that there is a good opportunity here. We have a lot of rejections in this area. You guys can see that by checking towards the left over here and right there. Of rejections, which means that there is high potential that price action could find support at this level. So I'm going to be live trading. I'm going to be using my live C account. I do have two trades running. They're red for now, but the day is green. In the videos released today, I went over this is WTI. We have been buying it from the morning. We actually shorted it at the open. Oh, you or the last night right there. No, there it is. That's the first one. So I set a pending order up here before I went to bed. Price came right back up, and I'll show you why. And then we just targeted the next key level, which was mapped in here. I think gold will probably stop me out the longer I have. It was in profit for most of the day, and now it's red. But we do have a pretty decent level over here that could act as support right there. And it is acting as support so far. I'm not going to talk about gold for now. My main focus will be the US 30 because I expect that to be moving at the open. I have a pending order set here. Let's go over US 30. I've got a pending order right down here at these spikes. This here, this, and this. There's the pending order. I'm using SL, or I'll actually based on, just give me a sec, I'll set it based on the ATR. So what I need to do is use my split screen. The ATR settings that I use, and I teach everyone at Prime Traders to use, is pretty simple. Set to 1 hour, so indicator time frame, set to 1 hour, length 5, smoothing EMA, and I get this number 57.2, which means that I'm going to be setting myself at 57.2. Let's say round it up to the next one, which is totally cool. I do not have an overall resistance level to target aside from the all-time high, which that in. I'm going to be targeting 61.8 of the current move. So 61.8 of the current move of the Fibonacci would indicate that I think that price could hold this line over here, 54 and 61, which more or less we are. Now keep in mind I'm using tick charts on CTrader, 1000 ticks specifically here. Got a pending order down here. The only problem I see is that the lows are moving up. And one of the most important lessons that we teach at Prime Trader so far is that you really need to focus on what the market is telling you. Now, in this case, over here, let's just use the 10-minute chart on the right and 1 hour on the left. In this case over here, these red lines are POCs of the, where is it? VPSV. So it's the volume, and we're only focusing on the POCs. So let me go to US30 and I'll show you what I'm talking about here. So there's a POC down here that has been untested, and that's from Friday. That's that big jump on Friday where price found the potential double bottom down here and then moved up. I'm thinking that there is high potential for buying the dip in this scenario. We are pushing towards all-time highs, and I think that price could stagnate potentially at 38.2 of the stop. Now, my pending order is right around this area, which would indicate that I'm trying to hold this line. If this line doesn't hold, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start focusing on potential shorts. Ideally, what we want to do is trade what we see. We have to be just as ready to buy as we are to sell as traders. Now there's 4 minutes and 50 seconds to go for the US Open, the New York Open. I know this 30 tends to move. I have been buying NASDAQ throughout the day. As you guys can see here, we had a buy trigger there, and we did end the day with profits on NASDAQ so far. What is it? US1. Yes, stack. So there it is. Stack overall profit 10 grand so far on it, live, blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking that there could be more. So I've got a pending order on US30. I will check the short-term price action here. I do have a pending order again. One important thing that we do at primetraders.com is that momentum is up. You know, if you just look at the lows and the highs, you got a low here, you got a higher low, you got a high, you got a higher high. Price is indicating bullishness, but I'm going to just set a pending order right at these spikes now. I'm going to set an SL based on the ATR 40.5, which is 40 there. And I'm going to hold it on that. Now, if I get stopped out, all cool, not a problem. We are moving well. Gold can profit, which is very good. That's supported. And the support it's holding is this. And this is very basic. Anyone can do core concepts of our strategy. Nothing to hide. Pure on exact view. These straight lines you guys see on the left on the chart, which is the 1 hour chart, they're generated by using a free indicator that you guys have on TradingView. So you don't even need to have the multi-chart window. You can have your MT4 and have the short-term view, and then like look at this. For me to map these levels in, I can do this in a second. I don't need to do it. It's not rocket science. It's very simple. I'm taking the play of the pattern. This is the low right down here, shot from there. So that's play number 1, or the current play of price action we're in. And if I take this, I see that the majority of volume is being traded right here. And all I need to do, and by mapping this in, price literally just popped right back down there, and that's where my entries were, and then price started pushing towards the upside. The other indicators you see here is the EMA set to 13 and set 4 right? This is the VWAP set to the weekly. What that tells us is that price is ranging, and I would expect price to potentially try and make a move towards the upper lane of the VPSV, or sorry, the fixed. Take this number here and just come over to my CTrader. All I need to do in reality to get that level is right-click this trend line and copy-paste this in. I already have it, so I'm going to leave it. And there it is, and that's where my take profits are. Okay. Here, the reason I didn't close my positions out when price started reversing on me and coming to my sell is the fact that we had a clear-cut contraction of price. So there, a contraction of price. Anyway, again, there's 2 minutes to go, a minute and something to go till the open. Yeah, sure, Trinity. I'll check it out, but I'm just checking this here. This is US30. So I told you guys why I've got the pending order set. I think they're gonna get tagged pretty soon. My computer's lagging a little bit because of the stream, but let's check that out quickly together. So let's check AUD USD out. As an overall, and what I shared in our community on Discord about AUD and USD, which are together, and there's the analysis from already right here. This was already mapped in. We're coming off a pretty strong support over here. The volume range of AUD USD is 0.76 and 0.7697. So this top, and if I take, you can see here, look at this. If you pay attention to the volume, the fixed range, starting from its recent high and dragging it all to the current price, which I need to update it. There we go. You're going to see that the majority of volume that's traded is here, okay, and then in this range too. So if we use basic multiple time frame analysis, we do 1 hour chart on the left and keep our focus, let's say, on the 10, 5, 2, or even 1 minute chart. Look for any potential rejection zones. So I think you're on the right side, Trinity. I really think you're on the right side there, because you have this level over here that's clearly being a rejection, decent rejection, in fact, before, and you can see it reusing this level, by the way, together with the 4-hour 13 EMA, which to me is an excellent source of gouging short-term momentum. I tell you that I think there is a good purchase. The only thing that I see based on price action that you should be worried about is this rejection right there. That rejection here could bring price back down, and then I would be possibly, if I were to look for longs, I would look at it again, maybe in, oops, it is, 1 sec, again in this range. Anyway, the market's about to open. So I think there'll be fresh liquidity coming in. I would maybe look for longs here. I don't have a definite entry now. But if I were in this trade, I would be targeting this level here as a take profit. And I'm going to tell you why. Number one, you got a clear-cut support, and then resistance right there. And then you have one of the most beautiful things, which is this volume box over here. So no volume and then volume box. So if AUD USD manages to break the current resistance, which is right there, this black level, it's a little bit lower than that. We're pretty much at it. If we manage to break this, I'd say you got a clear-cut chance of hitting this maybe sometime today or maybe later on in the week. But I think that momentum could go up. You need to be very careful. The dollar has been very strong. I did share this with my team in focus. Here it is. Just give me a sec. I'll go here. And there it is. So the DXY is moving up, blah, blah, blah. And then there's this here. And you can clearly see this is the daily. We have a really strong resistance on the DXY, which is the US dollar index. And then that's the next support. So I think it would be important to just quickly look at the DXY before we make any kind of, determinations of where to go. So that's the resistance up here. The 13 EMA is coming up, and I never liked that because what you see here on the 1 hour chart is you have a clear rejection level here, but your lows are coming up. So I would get out of this trade if price actually break this soon. So if we cannot make a new low, let's say, and break this level here, then I'd possibly look for even shorting, price action, which is shorting AUD. So I hope that helps. Okay, look, we're rejecting this level. You see this? This is US30 rejecting that level. I didn't get tagged, but I'm in a loss now. And the reason I'm in a loss is gold and WTI. But I'm not worried about this in any way because I actually have a pretty hefty profit today. The market gods have been very blue today. 58. So risking even 20 of that, I really don't mind. Okay, you see, literally almost tagged me, and so I'm gonna do a tag myself into this because we are supports, but I'm gonna keep it sell. So instead of 6, the reason I'm getting is, and I'll actually lower my exposure. Okay, and then I'll go with 30. It's okay, 60, 60, 60, 60. And now the reason I'm getting into this is because we have a previous rejection zone here. I'm betting, because this is a gamble at the end of the day, that these support levels will hold and that that end of volume will hold. Now, we're pretty oversold on all charts, even very short and shorter term too. And I'm thinking that we could make a break for the all-time high. So I'm going to release this as an alert to our community. I'm going to move this. Execution was done, and that's all that matters. It's a very good risk reward, 5% risk for 27 reward, and it could work out because we do have very strong momentum towards the upside. Just give me a sec. There it is, look, 4.9% for 7.5. Worth it, you know, because I can lose like 5 of these trades and win 1 and still be in a profit. Like I said, the reason I'm buying this is because of these rejection levels here and then the volume on this price pattern, which tells me that if this trend line breaks, we could see a pretty strong move towards the upside. There is potentially more momentum to the downside. Not too worried about it right now. Nasdaq is going up, didn't tag me, which is okay. It's not a major problem. We did make good profits there. But for those of you really paying attention, what I want to tell you is that all you need to do in reality to trade professionally or profitably is a very basic process. You know, I'm not risking little. I'm a big risker. I expose my account a bit bigger, but I do use the prime traders. This I'll show you in a bit, to gouge my exposure based on the fact whether that's a good trade, a great trade, or an extraordinary one. And you guys can learn more about that if you go to our profile and go to this video, the 3 types of trades. I just released it today, and it pretty much explains exactly what I'm talking about here. That there are good, they're bad, they're good, and they're great trades. And the great trades and the good trades occur when you trade what you see. Like even here, look, like Nasdaq, you know, you had a clear cut head and shoulders with a basic resistance here. Price broke out of that, and now, based on what I see here, I will be looking for longs right in this area, or maybe even this POC over here. So that's exactly what I will focus on. So all I need to do is put a straight line here, copy paste that price to make this more efficient for me and more what's it called, effective. And I need to come here, put that line in, copy paste the price, and there it is. So all I need to do is lower this here as number 1, and I have my clear cut potential entry. Now gold is kicking, no, it's WT is kicking my ass. It's coming close to the sell, rejecting the level. I'm not worried about it, but the loss can be decent here, 15. Too bad. So the market has been trending up. You also need to think in terms of probabilities. The market has been trending up. Can it continue with that momentum? That's why I'm expecting a pullback into now that could drive this market further up. You know, the market moves in cycles and waves. You know, it doesn't just fly up. Any move towards the upside here, let's say, was taken down. This one up, down, resistance. So that's why I'm expecting price to potentially come back to this resistance support zone, and then I'm gonna take, you know, I'm gonna execute a long. In terms of gold, at the minimum loss, whoa, that's pretty crazy what happened there with these spikes. But we're coming right back to that support level here. The only thing that troubled me with gold is that I could get stopped out here, which is the second one, by the way, because there is another contraction towards the left side, which both led right to the support, which I shown you guys in the beginning of the video. This level here, which was the clear support or the end of a range. So for anyone that's coming in now, I'll show you guys exactly how that's done again. It's very simple and very effective. But while I'm talking, reverting back to the trades that I spoke, clean this up and I'll show you again. While I'm talking about the good trades, any trade has to be acted upon with patience. You can't rush into trades, especially if you see the market move up aggressively. I'll move, and I can promise you that, and you probably agree with me on this if you've done this before, you'll lose more than you win. It's much safer and more profitable to wait for the dip. And what do I mean by the dip? I mean that on the short-term charts, price action is going to give you little rejection candles, which become points of interest for you. But let's do gold again. So taking the fixed range, the settings of this fixed range are 75 and 10 rows, that's it. And then you see these two boxes, they actually give me the structure of volume for this market. So if I set this at the bottom, this straight line to the bottom, I get this level here, which by the way now moved up. When we started doing this here, it was lower. It was right down there. Price action is now unfortunately above that level, but we still have a clear-cut support. You know, it's sorry, my bad. You take the lowest low, the recent lowest low, and there it is. There is that support. So I'm taking the plays of the market. Specifically, gold has two plays. Has this move and has this move. So the recent low to the recent high. And all I need to do is map this in. Now, once I map this in, I have clear-cut support and resistance lines, which tell me where price action could find support, resistance, reverse, and so forth. So you can see up here, and then by just drawing those lines, you can see that this is a point of interest here, resistance is here, there. This one also giving me a lot of rejection lines, a lot of rejection indications. And what essentially I'm trying to do is I'm waiting for price to come to these levels, and then I take action on it patiently. Because in reality, you need one good trade to hit that profit target that's going to help you achieve your financial goals. Now, I'm going to bombard you with a million things. This is my first stream. The next one's going to be more prepared, so I'll do a better job then. But essentially, what I'm telling you is you need to have specific goals. Now, what are specific goals? Specific goals in trading are very simple. It's earning a specific amount of money, and I would say that comes down to exactly what you're earning as a person. So if you're earning 2,000 a month, I would tell you, go to calculator, put in 2,000 and divide it by 21, which is average trading days in a month. And then focus on this. This is your profit target. 95 pounds, like a little. But if you achieve it, you double your salary as number one. But money is not your concern now. And that sounds funny because most people come to the markets and they're just like money. And all those guys on Instagram with their Bentleys and their Rolls Royces and blah, 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 talking just about money. Money is the byproduct of what we want, but it's not, it is a result of what we do. So our focus should be on our process and our plan. Every real trader will give specific information. We'll tell you that if you want to become successful and make money with this, it's a cause and effect relationship. Produce good causes by following your system, having a definite exit, definite entry, having the basic skills of patience. And I'm going to tell you how they're built and why I'm saying that you should focus on achieving a profit target of what you're earning from your day job. If you lose that amount of money in a day, 95 pounds, euros or dollars, you stop trading. If you earn it, you stop trading. And you start focusing, improving yourself, checking things out. What is going to happen with this is you're going to build something very important, and it's not money. You're going to build discipline, and you're going to build patience. You have those two, I can tell you that you're set for life in trading. Anyway, the market's not moving much right now. I bet US30 is in a profit. I'm watching it on my other account. Like I said, we tapped the top of volume over here, and you guys can already see, like, just look at this level here. Support, breakout, and then here we have the same resistance. Now we're holding this level so far. That doesn't next volume level, which is right here. And you can clearly see that's important with price action finding decent resistances and supports as it has moved to that level. There is a rejection of support. Price moved above this, could not close below this, found resistance here, moved up. So maybe I love trading the open because the open does provide quick moves. Unfortunately, this open hasn't been as favorable as the London Open, because for the London Open, I made very good money. The biggest winner being Bitcoin, which was bought yesterday. I made 20.9K there. But aside from that, The rest are going okay. US 30 is a small profit, 1.2 points. What I don't like is what I see here. So price has come to this level over here, bounced up, came here, bounced up, and now we came here and we're kind of stuck. Because of what I see, to lower my exposure here, I'm just going to pick this up right above this rejection zone there. So if I do get stopped out, I'll be able to look for another entry because this looks more like a possible breakout towards the downs. I'm going to come to NASDAQ and maybe increase my entry because the US 30 have so far in the coronavirus market have had usually a negative correlation. When the US 30 is going up, NASDAQ's dropping. And when they're both going up together, one of them is going to the other one, which we saw on Friday. So I think that I just move my money to NASDAQ and take it as long. I do need to check it here as well, just to make sure I'm the right side of this market. Yes, there is rejections, but also there are a lot of rejections here, and you can see that as well by just paying attention to the past, like here. See this? So I'll just clean this up. I'll take this top over here, which is the previous resistance. And then there is a potential support right in that range here, and potential resistance up here. So this could be the range I could look to trade today for NASDAQ. And once I prepare this, I get to choose well which what's it called? Which approach do you want to take? You know, we're all different types of traders. You know, some people prefer short term, some people prefer more intraday stuff. People prefer swing trading, and that's normal. I like to test out different things all the time. Sometimes I like to really, you know, focus on short term, and I'm not too worried about, for example, this here. I still think that the momentum on this, at least for the short term, is bullish because the lows are going up, and guess what? Because the lows are going up, the highs are going up too. So as long as we hold this low, I would say that this is bullish. What I was talking about, which trade it was. Anyway, I'll remember. It was a trade where Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin. So the 20K winner from yesterday. I was actually talking in my company, and we were talking about this, and there's the trade, but I closed it actually. I'm out, so this is not right. And this is what I was talking about. You see these dots? Like literally we were doing a live and I explained this. Higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, and higher low. And you can see here end of volume support, and that's exactly where we stopped here with the previous rejection. And then basic technical analysis, you know, boom. That's what I mean about patience. You gotta chill out and wait for the right time. Because if you force trades, you're not gonna do too good. You know, you're either gonna be waiting for way too long to hit your take profit, which takes away from your margin, and you're not able to execute those good and great trades when they come around. So you really gotta think like a professional, you know, and that's what I said about having those goals, because they're gonna really help you. Because believe me, when I started trading, damn man, I was running around like a headless chicken. I was entering left and center, missing out good trades. I would close, let's say, gold that I have now, and move my money to something else just because it's moving, only to see gold go up and that what's moving come down. You know, and my balance was getting destroyed. And anyway, at trading, because I looked at those things that were making me lose. And at the end of the day, one of the most important things, if I can leave you with something in this slide, is just focus on price action. I remained long here, and I took a big position out. Look, Bitcoin, I opened 10 lots, I think. There, 10 lots, 20 grand, right there, to there. It's all going up, but I moved my stop loss into profit, and I got stopped out because of these ridiculous spreads. But the reason this worked out is because I just trusted basic technical analysis. The market's not moving much, so I don't want to waste anyone's time, and I don't want to waste my time. I need to work on a course, so I'd like to thank you all for watching this, and I'll be going live at least 2-3 times a week here. So thank you all for coming. I wish you a successful trading day and all the best. Bye-bye.